Hello everyone, and welcome to CROWE's Chip Show on a Friday night. Yeah, with my friend Mondo. Yeah, to talk
How's it,
about the
guys?
week. Yeah, talk about the weekend's betting and sports. As you know, we aim to give out three nice, decent best bets for the weekend, and talk a bit of sports and banter, and obviously, hopefully, get you guys involved. I hope you enjoyed our first duo show last week. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it, but so we obviously weren't too pleased with the results. We started with a nice bang with Bath. Let me just actually bring up um, uh, the the slide. Yeah, give me a sec. Um, so yeah, this was last week. Monday, as you said, we started off Bath, even though it was quite.
It was a sweat. There was some
It
sweating
was a
involved.
sweat. It was a sweat. There was a last-minute Bath try to get halftime, and then they decided to dawdle at the end, and a Pirates try at the end would have taken it away. So it was sweaty balls
There was
time there, squeaky tacky.
80 minutes of sweat.
Yeah. And yeah, the other best bet was our treble, and I must think Ravens was money, not lost money line. They did win right. We had Steelers plus Browns plus 6.5. They also shoot in. So our hands
Yeah,
up there. That was my leg. I admit the Steelers completely laid an egg. The 49ers
bottled
came
it.
into town, and yeah, that was depressing. That would have been a nice weekend for us if that came in, because
Yeah.
old Alcarazi got Alcarazzled by Medvedev there. It was
There was no Elka Razzle Dazzle there, that's for
no
sure.
Alcarazzle dazzle. Yeah, we got it. Yeah, it is what it is. We both said we'll take it. We thought we'll take the Alcaraz momentum, and yeah, I think Medvedev had a bit of a bee in his bonnet there, he had a bit of chip on his shoulder through that whole
Oh, yeah.
competition. So I think maybe that was due, but it robbed us of an Alcaraz Djokovic final. I think that was the fantasy we were all holding on to, right?
All of us wanted it. Everyone wanted to see that. No disrespect, but that's what people
Yeah,
wanted to see. And
yeah,
both of them getting bundled out. Shit, bookies.
yeah.
That would have been money right there.
Yeah. So anyway, the record is a little bit dubious, a little not too cool on the best bet. The fan record, we lose our first one, but if we get a fan bet from you guys in the comments, please leave a comment or say hi, or what. Yeah, say drop your best bet in the comments, and we'll pick them up and discuss them, and we'll discuss them later to put them in as a fan bet. Otherwise, myself and Mondo will create a best bet. I'm going to just remove this now. Get our sexy faces up there. Yeah, man. So let's do that. So I mean, I don't the week. Let's actually have a quick rugby World Cup. It's rugby World Cup.
Little recap.
Yeah, a little recap. Like no real surprises. I think I called England. They won. I called Wales as well. So my calling was all right. So my only one I got wrong was New Zealand. I remember I was telling you, I'm in Orange on the SUPERBRU. I bloody chose New Zealand. First 5 minutes, I was like, yeah, I know my stuff, and off they went. So how did it go for you, man? What did you think? How did it go?
England, I heard you, and I sort of got your opinions on it. But geez, there was so much sentiment on Argentina that I ended up kind of being very cautious on the game. I took unders at 50 or 49 or something, so I did okay. But I would never have picked it. And when the red card came in 3 minutes in, I was like, okay, there's my bet done. And I sort of got over it. I sort of play on your phone and watch the rugby in the background. And then when you see Ford having the game of his life, but it's been a wild ride. It's the Fiji Wales game for me. Probably, I might have to say the All Blacks France game was up there, but that was my game so far. It's a cracker. It was an absolute cracker. Fiji, if you don't like Fiji, then you don't like rugby. You've just got to love what they do, their attitude, what they bring to the game. It's just such fierce. And then obviously the big game. I'm an All Blacks fan. At halftime, I was feeling very bolshy. I was sitting watching the game with my dad, and I was really thinking, "Fuck, All Blacks, we're going to kick on now." And it was quite the opposite. Look, I don't think it was catastrophic. At top level test matches, the margins are so slim that, bounce of the ball one way or the other, that try there where the ball bounced so horribly for Moanga, which blows out the scoreline a bit. So I think realistically, if they meet in the quarterfinals, still a 50-50 game. France definitely slight edge, but they're at home in the opener of their World Cup. We should have expected, it should have been an expected result.
Yeah.
But,
there's two, but there's still this. It's carrying the narrative, because we've seen this from the All Blacks. They have a big performance in them. So that we still got to be worried where that's going to come.
Mm.
But what I noticed is there is a physicality deficit in teams now. New Zealand are not as physical as they used to be. And the last 10 minutes, there was 20, 30 years of rugby where you still back New Zealand to work their way back into the game or win that game, any game. But they're out of all ideas.
20 was theirs.
They're all out of ideas. I don't know if you've seen they people are not in the position. So that's why I've lost a lot of hope. They might beat us in a quarterfinal Ireland, but I can't see them winning the whole thing. That's for sure. I mean, I don't know what you last comments on that.
I think that my biggest issue with the All Blacks, by far my biggest issue, is just the selections. It's the coaching. It's what's killing me. Is, you talk about physicality. Like, Tamaiti Williams is a fucking freak of nature. Like, you need to get that guy on the field and get him playing. I'm glad they brought Blackadder back or brought him in. But once again, he should be playing tonight, not sitting in the hotel changing room, regardless of short notice. I think Geordie Barrett is desperately missed. They really just need some physical bulk again. Like you said, they definitely just lack that edge, almost that grunt.
Yeah.
And you see players like Scott Barrett. I love him. I'm a big fan, and he gives his all, but he just doesn't have that physical power. You know what I mean? He's a big man. He's not a lighty, but he's never going to throw somebody around like even Etzebeth might do.
Yeah.
And the All Blacks really need a player like that. It's a pity that Shannon Fazal was like a one-hit wonder against the Boks, because in that game he showed that he could do that. But geez, they are missing. You're 100% right. They're missing that physical power. It's sorely lacking.
Yeah, man. Anyway, and the rest, I mean, I think they all went by screen. In the Scotland game, I was definitely expecting a lot of points. I lost out on a bet build or two there because I had over 29 points. I had over 7 Scotland points. So I was burnt there. And like I said, the Wales, I had Wales. So I won't lie, it wasn't that much. It was the end of the weekend already. I wasn't going to make any much profit back anyway. So a Fiji try wouldn't have been, it was a bittersweet moment. I would have probably happy Wales, it was a quarter for SUPERBRU and a small bet, but Fiji won, I would have been just as excited. And also, the Argentina-England game, when England went down, when Argentina went down to 14, and Argentina took the lead first. No?
Yeah.
No, they never took the lead. They were 3-0 up?
They weren't in the lead. It was 3-0, and then the red card happened.
So 3-0, but still, at that point, I went and took under 35 and Arg plus 8, something ridiculous like that.
Oh, you would have thought that would have been absolute gold.
Oh man, I was sitting there. There we go, and I absolutely just got chowed. The whole game was just imploding on me. And I've been punting forward for a while, so I was like, okay, I'm happy for him. But anyway,
I feel sorry for Marcus Smith. I'll tell you that much, because his time in the England jersey is very short at this World Cup.
I think I made that comment. The opportunity was missed. Marcus Smith needed to be number 10 for the last 2 years, and only playing every game all the way in, and he would have been a superstar of this tournament, but they never allowed that to happen. So that's always just my opinion. Anyway, mate.
No, I was going to say, and it's something that you kind of have touched on, is there was an interesting article with Joe Marler this week, an interview, where he was saying that England's a much happier camp, not under Eddie Jones, and it's a more festive vibe. And I'll be honest with you, watching England beat Argentina, there does seem to be a bit of chaos in the squad. There seems to be like quite a, I'm not a Borthwick fan, but he seems to be quite good at like the drawing, circling the wagons, like it's us against them kind of mentality.
Yeah. I think they've had to. I think they've been so beaten up that they've now pulled together. The tribes pulled together, right? Oh, we're under attack from the wall. Let's pull. Now there seems to be far more. And why I called England for Argentina, because I was at the game at Twickenham. The first 20 minutes, England were actually very good. Fiji were not in. When the rain came, England seemed to maybe think, "Oh, Fiji can't play in the rain," and they kind of, you know what I mean? They were completely dominant. Yes, they didn't finish, but they were completely dominant. And if I feel myself, if they played like that for 80 minutes, they would have really comfortably beaten Fiji, and would be enough to comfortably physically take over Argentina. So that's why and for me, law of average. I'm a big law of averages. You can't be trends are never one straight line,
It's
right?
gonna come out in the
They're
wash,
going to
yeah.
come up. We spoke about this Australia. When we caught Australia against New Zealand, we caught our Aussie points and our Aussie pass because we said there's no ways,
Can't be that bad twice in a row.
Yeah.
I think just to end on that England one, I think the narrative needs to change a little bit after that Fiji game. I think we all thinking like, how could England lose to Fiji? I think we need to start accepting that Fiji are a good side. The Fiji aren't very far off tier one. I would say very close. They're going into a close game with Australia in a couple of days. You know what I mean? Like, we need to have the context that, like, England weren't the best, but geez, Fiji are getting there. And they're going to beat, over the next 2-3 years, they're going to beat some big sides. They're going to cause some damage, I think, if they get the opportunities, which hopefully World Rugby can fucking give them.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Oh, we're looking forward to this weekend again. Obviously, not as standout, flashy fixtures, but still, and like we said before we came on, interesting nonetheless. So, anyway, I see we've got a few guys on the chat, a bit more than last week, but that's positive. But guys, as we got the comments there, I don't know if you've seen, Mondo, we've got a UFC best bet suggestion, so that's quite interesting. So yeah, guys. This is. Yeah, well, we will discuss it later. Like this, just say, guys, if you are listening, get involved. Tell us what you want us, what you think is your best bet, and we'll discuss it. But we'll crack on what we're going to do for the moment on the show. We got best bet 1, best bet 2, and the fan bet. Best bet 1 will be mine. I'm going to propose to Mondo my ones that are catching my eye, which I want to put on the best bet. Make my decision. Mondo will have his go, thrash out what he likes. We'll thrash it out, but Mondo ultimately make the decision. I'll make the final decision, bet 1. Mondo will make the decision, bet 2, and hopefully you guys get involved for bet 2. So let's go. Let's do it. So there are some rugby bets I like. Let me just throw out what I liked when I saw the rugby, which was, guys, we're powered by BOYLESPORTS. So this is markets that are available on BOYLESPORTS at time of show. I do understand that potentially they're not as many as available as there are on other bookies. So bear with us as we appreciate BOYLESPORTS and their support and their sponsorship of our World Cup campaign.
Are we gonna open up the lines on screen as well?
Yes. So give me a second. When we get that in, let's get the lines going. So we're there. I'm actually going to go to football. Let me get our faces in. Yeah, soccer. At least we're not cut off here for once. But anyway, so I made for myself. I made this bet 2 weeks ago on the German Bundesliga, and I've got another Bundesliga one that I really like, and it's again basically the same bet, but Bayern Munich are at home to Bayer Leverkusen. Leverkusen's actually the top of the table, but I've always fancied the home team. Friday nights. I've also got a sexy stat for you. For the first time since 1984, the Bundesliga has got 100 goals scored in the first 3 match days since 1984. So lots of goals in the Bundesliga.
So they're throwing it around.
Yeah, so I quite like. I'll bring it up now, but Bayern Munich to win and three goals scored in the match is close to even money, and I quite like that. I want to see where the market is now. It might have moved. So that's one. Hold on.
That's not bad. That actually has some legs. Actually, that's a nice plan. I mean, last week or 2 weeks ago, your best bet was Heidenheim
to score 3 team goals. Bayern's team goals tonight is also 3 at even money. So for me, I think it could be 2-1, but I can also see Bayern scoring 3 or 4 goals easily. So let me just go back.
I personally like that the hedge of 3 total goals instead of 3 Bayern goals.
So the Bayern to win and the 3.
Because you think that 2-1. You know, that's one thing I've seen a lot of like late conceding goals in this in the Bundesliga this season when I've had exquisite results and things.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of that.
Home goals is 2.23. Now for me, even though Bayern and Leverkusen are top, that is not right. For me, that's a 1.8 max. So for me, that's why I'm seeing the value there. Even I
Yeah,
didn't
but you
I
see,
didn't realize it was going to be I didn't realize it was 2.3 because I looked at the win and 3 goals. So yeah,
see remember also being top 3 games in is irrelevant as well.
see,
So that
yeah,
gives Leverkusen like a false. The bookies are maybe overhyping them.
yeah. So
You
even
know,
Bayern and both teams to score 2.59 is nice, but I used to play that
Leverkusen
a
might get
lot.
nulled.
Yeah, exactly. I can't find that bloody market now, but it was close to even money. So that's
I
my
like that.
one. That's my one. Another one I
Okay.
like is also football, and it's also tonight. It's Leicester versus Southampton. I really, really am quite comfortable that it's going to be both teams to score over 2.5 match. Southampton are at home. They've been scoring goals for fun.
And Leicester can score.
And yes, Leicester. Well, they haven't scored much, but they're a good side. They've got the quality to score goals, but also Southampton's conceding for fun. So I can see a Leicester goal in this game, and I can see more than 3 goals at least. So I'm probably more inclined on that one, to be honest, because I love the goals in German football, but I've been burnt like 2 weeks ago. But I don't mind a run back and get in it. I'm not out of court that Dortmund's bet 9 times out of 10 anyway. So those are the 2 main ones. I'm gonna throw those. I have that more confident at the moment than rugby because I would like the points out on Boyles first to give a best bet shout on the rugby because I do really like Japan plus 21.5, but I think I prefer this bet over that. And I think possibly, the caps. Sure, I mean, there's some high ones. South Africans. I think Romania might cover against us, but these are not
really.
But these are not super confident. So at the moment, I'm going to put it out there. I like the Southampton both teams to score. I don't know if anyone else is watching who wants to back that up because last time I did this, the comments the guys backed up. Out of those 2 bets, which one would you fancy? I know you're not a big football.
Do you know if Jamie Vardy's playing?
Yeah, good question. I don't actually know. I didn't.
He's getting old now, but geez, I used to love him.
The team sheets come out about an hour or 2 before usually.
I mean, he should be, unless he's injured, he should.
Yeah, but he's not. But he's not the force of old. It's just that also when teams drop back into the championship, usually for at least half the season, they're quite competitive as well. So anyway, I like this bit. I have Leicester. I have Southampton scoring 2 at least, and I have Leicester scoring a goal. So that's why I really like this bet.
I think football is the same as rugby in terms of the Friday night lights factor, and I think if this was like a Sunday afternoon game, you might get the old standard 0-0 draw, like a 1-0 whatever. But Friday night in front of the fans, I think you do see goals. So I like it. I like that. I think Southampton are doing well this season, or started off well. Leicester, they've still got some talent peppered around the squad. They'll be competitive, like you say.
3 goals. Southampton's had 3 goals in their 5 out of their last 6 as well. The goals are coming in their matches. That's why it stuck out for me. Okay, I'm cool.
That's a good shout.
I'm having that as my best bet, guys. So I'm doing that. Southampton, Leicester tonight.
Back yourself.
Yeah, back in it, bro.
First choice, best choice.
Exactly. What you got for us, big guy?
So what lines are out for the Premiership rugby at the moment? Because I've got
we got
good one.
Night games as well, right?
Yeah, Newcastle tonight. I'm going to give them a thrashing.
I'm happy to go back to Friday night Premiership Cup rugby because it is a little bit of a treat.
There's money to be made.
Yeah, we got some lines out here for tonight's games. So yeah, we got Newcastle minus 34. Did I not see? I think that's gone up quite a few points.
Yeah, that's gone up huge. It started off at like 20.
Yeah, missed the value there. But we got points as well. Thank you, Boyles. Very, very, very nice.
What's the points line?
61.
Fucking hell.
Premiership Cup rugby is a high score. It used to be what Currie Cup was 2 years ago. But 61, I would have loved 57, 58.
Look, on another site, I have got money on Newcastle over 47.5. I think Newcastle give them a thrashing.
48.5. Would you play it up to 48.5?
I take it. Yeah, I take it. They cross 50. 48.5. I take it.
Okay.
Yeah, they get to 50.
Okay, so
I think
we laying that out, are you calling that your best bet, or are we laying it out? Do you want to put something else up on offer, or is this your
and Leicester, what's the line on Leicester at the moment? And is the Saracens game up? Because if the Saracens game is up, that might be my best bet. If the line hasn't,
are they tonight or tomorrow?
Saracens is tomorrow and Leicester's tonight, I think.
Oh yes, Leicester. Yeah, sorry. So
What's the line there?
Leicester minus 13.5.
It's getting big.
What was that? Is that a line is that another line that shot up? Yeah.
Shot up. I had 6.5 yesterday.
Oh jeez. Yeah, I see.
Yeah,
these are the tournaments that the early value's the winner. You know, because these guys are not. They don't know who's playing and form. It's a stab in the early days, right? Stab in the dark a little bit.
13.5. Because Andre Pollard's on the bench.
Yes, I saw him, Mr. Isn't he coming to play hooker next week?
Apparently, we've been training a bunch of random hookers.
Yeah.
Shit, that line's a bit big. And Saracens, what's the Saracens sitting at? If Saracens is anything below 10, that's my best. That's my best bet of the day, of the weekend.
Saracens. Okay, let me just go to.
Because these lines weren't out when I checked a bit earlier.
So we're talking tomorrow, yeah?
Yeah, Saracens tomorrow afternoon against what's it called, Gloucester.
No, that doesn't look like it's
not out yet.
No,
that will be. The bookies have got that horribly wrong so far. And when it opens, if it opens anything below 10, take it and run.
Yeah, guys. So if you guys listening now and you fancy having a look at that when it comes out, put a reminder there. All right, so you've got at the moment we've got Newcastle over 48.5. You're quite confident they crack 50 tonight. Is there any?
Yeah, I think that's my most confident for tonight. Is for tonight. That's my banker.
In this weekend, we've got looks like we have.
There's some NPC as well. There's some NPC that's quite tasty this weekend as well. I think there's Canterbury minus 21.5 can have my money any day of the week because they lost on Wednesday. They're playing against Southland, who are the shittest team in the competition, and I think they're coming angry.
I actually love that, Brew. I think that has to. Remember we talked at minus 21.5 at home to Southland? No, that's a 40-point win.
It's free money. No. Canterbury are going to come in and give them a thrashing like they've never had in their life because they lost on Wednesday.
Mate, I didn't look at that. I would happily probably swap my best bet out for that.
That's good, eh?
Do we know the team? Canterbury just play the team. They just got to go play, and if they play to anything close to their ability, they're winning by more than 30 points. Yeah,
easy. And I think the fact why I'm so confident is because they lost to Counties on Wednesday. They lost like a last-minute try, and I think they come into this angry. They come into this furious.
They shouldn't be making too many changes, though, right? I hope that we don't get caught out on that.
I think it'll be much of a muchness in the team, and it's also based on Southland being diabolical.
Yeah.
And then also an NPC Tasman. Tasman minus 11 looks good team. I think that's also a good shot.
A little bit of rain, but I'm not worried about Canterbury in the rain at home. Sometimes they're still
the rain suits them.
Yeah,
because of their scrum.
Yeah, I've seen it before. I haven't backed them because I've seen rain and they've covered the points easily.
I think them specifically are a team that the rain suits because you kick for the corner, rolling ball, try every time.
So you're not buying into the Counties hype, no? You reckon Tasman do the job?
I just think Counties, can they really get up 3 days later again? That's my thinking.
And I think Tasman had a really good victory last time out, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they're slowly turning the corner. And I think, look, like it's the same as with Manawatu. When Manawatu beat Tasman, surely they had the best celebration of their life, and then they got given 60 3 days later. And I think it's going to be the same thing.
And they got hammered again. They got hammered again this morning, right?
Geez, they got given a thrashing again. And I think that's the thing is these smaller teams don't have the squad to. And they also don't have the mentality to accept, like, we had a huge result. Let's get up again. You just can't do it twice in a row. And it's
so Tasman, barring blowout against Northland. Looks like they slowly turned the corner. Beaten North Harbour in extra time, but then thrashed Manawatu and beat Taranaki away, which is a pretty decent.
That's a tough shot.
Yeah. All right.
Those are what have caught my eye mainly, and then the Fiji Oz game.
Fiji Oz. That's another one.
I think you and I both are on that. Are in agreement on that one. That Fiji points game has points written all over it. Fiji Oz, sorry.
No, we've got 47 marks. Have they got points up here?
Please have points.
Oh, no. Guys, we're going to make a special no, but guys on the show, we're going to make a mention that over 51 points for this Australia-Fiji game would be a best bet if we had the markets available. And I'm
obviously going to release the lines. It'll just happen maybe a bit delayed.
But the problem is we might, now that they've probably sussed the market out, you could probably see them putting it out at like 54. That could be the problem, right?
I think me personally, I would be comfortable up until what do I mean? What's your gut telling you the score is going to be? And you say Oz or Fiji win.
I'll tell you what. 2-0 for me is almost too much. He literally, they are a different beast with that man in the field with the scrum and in the loose. He's literally 12 points. Him not playing.
Skelton's also out, eh?
I think this brings Fiji into the game. I think if you were really shrewd, you're on Fiji plus, yeah. But I do think over 51 is going to be covered. Fiji are always going to give you points, and that Australia team will also give you points. It's 5 points wrong at least if it's at 51. We won't put in the best bets, but definitely a mention there, right? We'll put it at playable up to what, 53?
52, 53.
52 and a half.
55 would be like a 30-25 score. I'd say up to 55, I would be like...
Okay, 54, we'll say 54 and a half. We'll say 54 and a half, right?
Yeah, you're going to have a bit more of a sweat, but you'd still be confident.
Yeah. Okay.
But there's a line that's... I've got a line that's not out on many books. There's not many books that offer it, but if Boyle's offered, or if anyone's books offer this, a guy that I'm mates with has said that a good shout would potentially be most tries to be Fiji, because if you look at the mentality in the match, because if you look at the mentality, Australia can't afford to lose; they have to win. So they are going to, and Ben Donaldson is a decent kicker, so they're going to take their threes. Whereas Fiji, they're not going to take a single three; they're going to go for corners, go for try. So I think, that might be a decent market to get involved in.
We don't have the most, but yes, try handicap 1 plus a half for Fiji is 2.1.
Take it. Is that what you're saying? Gold. That's a good bet.
I personally can't take it, but I'm happy for you to make it. We still thrash out your best bet, but I'm happy to put it as a mention as well. But I'm not taking it. I think Fiji can also leak in the tries. If Oz come with the attitude, I know how you've read that game. I get it.
Yeah.
But I still don't have enough trust in Oz as well. But you're right as well, because if they don't have the cattle for the drives, maybe they're not going to back the drive,
That's the thing. Without Skelton, without the big pack, it's not the kind of game plan they're going to go for. So whilst they will score tries, I think it's non-negotiable for them to win. So they're more likely to take those threes. I mean, it was shocking to me to see France take 3 penalties last night against Uruguay. So, that's what kind of informed my decision. It wasn't I didn't spot it, but somebody suggested it to me, and it really made me think, along those lines. I don't know about best bet, but it's the kind of thing that's also quite a fun bet to have while you're watching the game. Like a 1 unit, if you're actually going to sit and watch, it's going to keep you quite excited.
Hold on, let's score. Give me 2 secs here. Yeah. All right. So so I think at the moment we were like in Newcastle over 48 as potential your best bet. Canterbury minus and a Tasman minus. I think those are the top 3, or the Fiji plus.
I think
we have a market for it. And guys, I've just put in best bet 1 up for now, which was the Leicester my one. But I potentially might be changing that out for rugby, depending on what Mondo comes up with as best bet too. Yeah.
Are you like thinking of going for the Canterbury?
I'm thinking of the Canterbury. I can't understand that line. It's not. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll give you the Canterbury. And then
if I saw minus 30, I still might have gone, oh, I could probably take minus 30.
And the 21 is way too low. It should be at least 25, at least.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, you take that, and then I've got a crafty best bet, which I think it's a cheeky one. I'll go cheeky this week.
Okay.
So my best, Fiji plus 7.5. And a Buffalo Bills Detroit Lions multiple. So Bills to win, Lions to win, Fiji plus 7.5.
In a double,
in a treble.
You want to place that as your best bet?
That's my best bet. I'm going for a cheeky one.
So you give me. I like it. I that's fine. I think punters appreciate value bets. You know, put in some value, going for it, and yeah. I mean, I'm happy for you to put that as a best bet. So let's quickly conjure that up quickly on yeah. What did we say? Fiji
plus. Oh, what's the best cap available?
Highest cap.
Yeah.
9.5. 1.55.
Oh yeah. Take that.
Take that. Okay, and then we go into American football again, my man. We're running it back.
Bulls win, Lions win. That's my guys.
Bulls win, Lion win.
Yeah.
It's Lions. Lions must be back at home now, right?
Against the Seahawks. And then Bulls against. Who was Bulls playing again? But I thought Bulls against Raiders.
Hold on, I'm trying to refresh. I think I got stuck here.
Yeah, so the Lions were there when I checked earlier.
Yeah, no, it's my screen has gone. Yeah, here we go. Lions at home to the Seahawks. So we going. Are these the same old Lions, or is this the new Lions, the brand new Lions?
New Lions. It's the new Lions. Brand new Lions in town.
Okay, and we said who was your other one? Bulls.
How about them Bulls, baby?
How about them Bulls? Home to the Raiders. Yeah, these have to surely look like banker home wins, right?
Yeah, I like those, and I like Fiji to keep close. Yeah. I had started slowly looking at my NFL. My routine on a Sunday morning is my brekkie and my NFL research. I don't usually do it so early, but I'm tempted to double down on the Steelers. They can't be as bad as they were, so I'm tempted for that, and also the Broncos. I think Sean Payton at home gets his first win against the Commanders. I think they're good enough, but these aren't confident. So we just see your multi quickly. So we got the Broncos. A bet for next week, or a long-term bet. Brisbane Broncos going to win the NRL this year. That's my shot. That's my team.
Yeah.
So that's a Broncos double.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to. Okay, so we're taking out Leicester. So we're going. Mine's going to be Canterbury minus 21.
That's a goodie.
21 for Southland. And then best bet 2 is a Mondo multi, like that. We can
the Mondo multi, I'll take it.
So we had Fiji plus 9.5.
Bulls and Lions.
Bulls money line and Lions money line. So that was 2.8. That came to 2.85.
Well, I'll take that. Yeah, that's good value, I think.
Yeah.
Because just Bulls Lions, I think 1.7, something like that. That's what it was earlier. And I really like Fiji. Fiji are my dark horse to back.
All right, guys. Well, see, we had a. Yeah, that's fine. I like it. We've locked in our best bets, guys. So we had taken half an hour got to get, so we obviously want to bring you guys into the show as well. We've seen one best bet suggestion, guys. I know yeah, it's been nice that we've had some more people on the show tonight, so we appreciate that. But obviously, like we said, we still
Thanks,
need
guys.
we still have to hammer it home that we want you guys to be involved and to help us on the third bet. We had Drew Holiday give us our tennis bet last week. We have a UFC suggestion, Mondo. I'll be honest, I don't follow UFC, so I don't even know who the hell Edgar Chiraz and Raul Rosas is, because it's just one sport I've never got involved in. Don't know why. I just haven't done it. Do you know much about it, or what do you think we should go trust Bitsy to take us home?
I'm happy to back if somebody's confident, but I've never been confident on these one-man sports, because I just think it's the temptation to throw and manipulate the betting of it must be so hard. You know, if you're thinking this guy is going to win $20,000 if he wins, but like if he knows that if he gets knocked out in the first round, he can get 6-1. Like the temptation must be so hard. So I often worry about these kinds of bets and I'm a classic overthinker. But yeah, I'll back it. I mean, UFC can be reliable. I mean, and I'll always, if I'm got a bit of cash in my account to burn, I'm always going to throw a little bit of money on Drickus if he's ever fighting. I'm a loyalist, so I can't say I don't bet on UFC. But you see, there's another comment there about Heinrich Klaassen scoring another century on Sunday. 12-1. That could be good value for a laugh.
Yeah, we can. Why not? It's possible.
I mean, it's 12-1 for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's spread the net. Let's take these UFC tips. Let's cast the net wide.
I'm just having a look for the submission odds. So we only have a win odd for Shiraz. Or Shariz, however you say his name. Who was the other guy we had?
It was, I'll tell you now.
Rosas.
Shariz and Rosas to win by submission in round 1.
So we don't have submission odds on Boyles, so I'll just have a look because I see some of the other fights.
What about just a multi of those two together?
Yeah,
Shariz and Rosas double. What odds does that kick back?
Give us a sec, mate. Hold on. So he's 1.44.
Okay, that's worth a double in a multi.
And it was
Rosas.
There is 1.13. Yeah, that could be.
So that becomes like a 1.6.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, why is it? That's because I searched
your bet slip.
Yeah, it's because I searched it because I couldn't see it on the menu. Oh, there it is. It did find its way there. Okay, so we'll take out the Lions, take out Australia, Fiji, and the Beals, Buffalo Beals.
Beals,
so
baby.
1.63. Do we?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, the problem is always throwing in something just for chaos.
So maybe we'll do. Well, maybe we'll put it in as this, but I'll put an asterisk there. But add in with submission if available.
Yeah, that's a goodie. If submission is available, take it. Otherwise, take the win.
I'm just trying to find where's MMA. That's right. I was looking for UFC. That's why. Hold on. So Rose says, yeah, he might have submission odds. Yeah, so 25. So let's see.
Yeah, there might be more markets there.
We'll go the distance. It would say submission, right?
Well, we'll go the distance. You could say no. Because that's basically he's going to go in submission, so that would be close.
But that's lower odds, I think, even because 1.3, 1.10, 1.13. So it's worth just calling the win.
Just take the win.
It's 1.4. Okay, all right. We still got some people on the show, guys. We've got a fan bet round one. Okay. Oh, sorry, you did say round one submission. Sorry, buddy.
Okay, let's take that round 1.
So under 1.5 round.
I like the confidence. Yeah, let's back his confidence.
Let's take that. Hold on. Okay. Okay, that takes up to 197.
Ooh. Okay.
This is interesting. We've had tennis straight sets in the US, and now we're on UFC. This is what it's about.
Exactly. Casting that net wide.
But see, we on it, mates. We're backing you. We love the confidence. We like the diversity. We're a show for the people, for everybody. I know there's loads of MMA fans out there. I've just never got into it. So I'm going to let me quickly. I'm going to crack on.
One thing I will say to people watching is whatever site you use, however you bet, it's worth having a little nibble on a try scorer or two in the book game tomorrow or Sunday, because there's going to be absolutely plenty. And it could be quite fun to have a little cheeky Bongi Mbonambi hat trick or something like that on your bet slip. Obviously, only small beer money kind of bet, but I think it could be fun.
Bongi to score?
Bongi guaranteed scores. I would say Bongi 2 plus.
Yeah, I agree with you.
It's the same as with the All Blacks tonight. Leicester Fainga'anuku, you can't bet on him for less than 2. I think the bookies know that some players are going to score some tries this weekend. But yeah, Bongi definitely scores. I think the Boks put on a show. I know you were saying that Romania keep them honest. I'm not so sure. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I know what you're saying. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the disruptions. It's a gut feel, man. These higher caps. I've already put my name out there that New Zealand are going to win by more than 70 tonight. So that's my big cap for now. Let me see if New Zealand burn me. I'm seeing it. I know All Blacks have been over, but like we just did what Southland are getting on Sunday. So on Namibia tonight. That's just my gut feeling. I think if the All Blacks are in the mood, New Zealand, Namibia are stuffed. It's going to go to 90 points. That's my gut.
Where I really just to give you one little thing, where I really turned my perspective with tier 2 versus tier 1 was the Italy-Namibia game last week, where first half Italy close, Namibia in it, and then Italy scored like 40 points, 3 tries in the last 5 minutes kind of stuff, because Namibia were just gassed. There's nothing left in the tank. And I think, can you imagine like Leicester Fainga'anuku in the last 15 minutes of a test match against a team that's buggered? It's just, I think it's going to be a cricket score. It's going to be a massacre. I feel sorry for the buggers.
Yeah.
It was 70 points in 2019. So.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I've never normally never bet even big games more than minus 15 handicap. I hate the big minuses, but on this, for me, it's just, look, Namibia, if they put their heart and soul in, they've got some players. It's just for me, they're running it. Then it's not New Zealand that's beaten France and coming to make up. It's for me, it's a New Zealand team. They've got a lot on the line to prove, and that's just why I feel that they're going to be relentless and unstopping. They're not going to split what they're going to. They're going to put a mark. They want to put a statement down. But I could be wrong, because New Zealand haven't really showed that kind of mongrel recently. But it's not, I'm not disrespecting Namibia, but Italy have beaten them by 50. So why can't New Zealand beat them by 90? I mean,
I think All Blacks roll into town, and especially guys like Cam Roygaard and them that really have a point to prove.
That team for me, I like that team over the team that played last Friday. So.
The only problem in that side is I don't know why Tamaiti Williams isn't there, but otherwise it's a team that can ball. I like it. I'm happy. Tonight's going to be a cracker, and the weekend is going to be a cracker.
Yeah. All right, my man. This has been an absolute pleasure. We've come up with some interesting bets, but this is what it's about. You and I having a shot at it. We love the game. We're proud of our records as well. We got the guys.
Oh yeah.
Thank you everyone who's been involved this week, and that's what it's about. We want to bring you more and more involved, like we said. So
thanks, guys.
Just quick recap. Canterbury minus 21.5 versus Southland on Sunday. Canterbury rebound. Here we go. The Mondo multi. Fiji plus 9.5. Bulls win and Lions moneyline win on Sunday, and we've got our thanks to Bitsy on the comments. We've got a UFC Shiraz win, moneyline, and Rosas to win under 1.5 rounds. So, guys, also a quick shout out. We love Fiji over 51.5 points. We like Tasman minus 12.5 as well versus counties. And I think we'll put those as special mentions there in the slide as well. Those, and also, my Leicester Southampton bet. If you fancy that tonight as well,
That's a goodie. That's a goodie.
So we got three special mentions there. I'm going to add it as well, but that won't go to our record. This is our record. But yeah, have a go there, guys, if you fancy it.
In the famous words of Jamie Vardy, chat shit, get banged. We're going to sweep them tonight. Good luck this weekend, boys.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Thanks again, and we'll see you next week. Yeah, put your comments.
Thanks,
even after watching post, like put your comments. Tell us what you like, what you don't like, what you want us to show. So it's not just about me and Mondo. Yeah, let us know, and we'll keep doing this for the next couple of months. So we appreciate it. So cheers, guys. Have a good punting weekend.
Thanks, guys. Take it easy.